Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Beating Grandmaster with Stupid Stuff. Today we're going to try to beat our opponents by messing Zealots. If we need to build any anti-air in the early game, we will do so, just to stay alive, but nothing else. Alright, let's hit it. We'll see if we can take him out with some mess Zealot shenanigans. I'm sure we can try our best here. Would be relatively helpful. Whoop. What do I want to open up with here? So, I actually think in this case, I could probably just play pure Zealot. Like, literally exclusively Zealots. I'm scouting after my gateway. It will give us a fair amount of money. And then we won't be capable of blocking his natural, but at least we get a scout. We'll go Nexus. Cybercore. Now first we'll actually just straight away send a Zealot across the map. So we'll get 2 Zealots across the map. We can already start worker production in that case. Because we're not actually limited by Cybercore production. This is kind of a freeing feeling in a way, you know? It's like, okay, if we don't actually care about the timing of our Cybercore, we can do a lot of funky things. We actually can do a lot of funky things. So we're going to send 1 Zealot here across the map. Oh, the second Zealot is slightly supply blocked, so we'll need to have to cancel 1 probe. Cybercore over here. It's kind of a newish build order that we're figuring out on the spot. But it might just work, who knows. We'll have a very fast second base as well. Oh, I think I'm kind of messed something up here. No, this all looks fine. You know what, we'll get a third one as well, a third Zealot. Just for the sake of getting 3 Zealots. We'll have some Zealots across the map right now. And we'll start Warp Gate the moment that we can. And our goal really is just to delay his third base for as long as possible. So we're not really keen on doing anything but delaying our opponent's third base. We'll get 1 more Zealot. That one is just meant to go in the wall though. As our opponent kind of continues building links, it seems like. We got a gateway on the wall, because I'm afraid, right? I'm afraid. He's confused, but I'm afraid. We'll get a Zealot here. Oh, and he actually is seriously building links here. Like, it's a serious amount of links that we're seeing. It's of course not the most surprising thing that could have happened. He's gonna try to go for the probe. It's not going to work. I'm a little bit more experienced than that. Now he will get the probe. I don't think it's the end of the world. I actually end up killing a fair amount of links here. I wish that I had built a battery before anything though. That definitely would have been helpful. We'll build a robotics facility here. We forced out a lot of links. And his speed should kick in soon. So we actually want him to build a couple more links. And then we either just leave those... Actually, we're never going to send them home. We're just going to leave them in an area where he can't quite surround us. Because why would I want to send them back home? It's not like they'll have anything extra at home. They'll just be bad at home. And if you have units being bad at home, you might as well send them straight across the map. Now, I'm obviously very afraid of Muralisks. And for a good reason. Because I have absolutely no counter to the Muralisks in my current ensemble of crap. This is pure Zealots. Probe managed to sneak by, that's big. Well, actually, it's not very big at all. He just finds it immediately. I wonder if I can get a prism out ASAP. So, the thought here with the prism is that we... Wait, I still have the probe there. He didn't actually end up killing it, right? Yeah. The thought with the prism is we'll go into the main base, send some Zealots into the natural, and then these 3 Zealots will make their reappearance onto the field as well. I'm really, really afraid of any potential crap that he might pull. I'm also considering here... Okay, we're just gonna load these up. I was thinking we could leave some of these bad boys at home, but I mean, if you're gonna be afraid, you shouldn't be playing StarCraft. Well, you can still play StarCraft if you're afraid, but you're gonna have a bad time if you want to mess Zealots, okay? We need to make some ballsy plays here, otherwise we're never gonna make it. I should pull completely out of gas at this point, obviously. This one just goes into the main base, and these go over here. It's going to be a rough game. I'm not a specialist with the mass Zealot composition, but I do have a feeling that we're going to be playing a relatively rough game. So we're in a couple of bases at the same time here. We might get a decently sized warp in here. Get a couple more Zealots into his natural, as these will start killing something over there. Chrono boost the gateways that we have to continue the production of workers. And I want to kill as many of these droners as we can. Question is, can I actually do anything here? The answer to that is no. Where's all these Zealots that I'm seeing in my control group? Okay, they're all over here. Second one of these, and I actually do want to get an observer, so I can deny some creep. We'll also get a second forge for better upgrades on our units. And we'll increase our gateway count by at least a little bit. I'm sad that I didn't end up killing that properly. Also annoying. Mass Roach will actually just kill me, by the way. For if you guys are curious. I don't think there's anything I can do against the classic Mass Roach composition. Maybe a fort base first. So we're just expanding very rapidly as well here. So these I'll send here, and then this with the next observer as well. We'll be heading into that general direction. So what is this? This is this. This is control group Q. And yeah, I'm completely down with how we're playing this. Drones, yep. We're actually just gonna straight away go into his main base. No. They start killing workers here. Workers and at the same time, of course, the hatchery. Because the goal is always to kill many things at the same time. So we got this hatchery. I do want to preserve these, but I don't think I can. Kind of lost control of some of these dudes, honestly. Not the proudest moment that I've had. We can clear a bunch of creep. And we have a lot of workers here. That can now just transition to a new base. And a new base, of course, gives more minerals. And allows us to just gain more crap. Okay, well, that's it for this fight. We'll kill this bad boy as well. I think we're doing just fine, honestly. Oh, forgot to pick them up, my bad. Well, that's a good start. 5th base. And although the 5th base looks a little bit, looks like a little bit much at this point, it's actually not a bad idea to have a 5th base. We want to start trading in locations where there's not as many units. So, where I have a way larger amount than he has, you know? He accidentally built a base there. Well, I say accidentally, he probably did it on purpose, but I think it should be considered a mistake, because it's not going to be very useful. We get our next upgrade, we're on 2-1 currently. So this one is still going pretty ham. Okay, we have a decent amount of basically everything, honestly. Well, this we're gonna kill now. Don't think I can quite fight this. This I can't really fight either, honestly. But I think at the same time that this is an amount of roaches that is all of his roaches combined. So, or at least a large part of his roaches combined. So we're gonna go in here. And we want to trade at this spot at the same time. So into his main and into his third. We kill this base and then we start just surrounding these roaches wherever we can. GG. And we actually didn't build any other units but Zealots this game. Well, we built like 2 Prisms and an Observer. But overall, I wish I could see how many units I lost, how many Zealots. But, well, 57 Zealots exactly, of course, 100 minerals. And I lost a pylon as well, which is also 100 minerals. So 56 Zealots and 1 pylon lost, and then we win. 72 workers. We had really good upgrades, which helped. 3-2 on the way. I really thought this would be harder. Banelings, of course, would have been close to impossible, but I even believe that roaches would be pretty tricky by themselves as well. I'm glad to see that wasn't quite the case, and let's just hop straight into our next game. Nice. Alright, we got a cheeky PvP here versus Indy. Swavi Indy. I think it's just Indy. It's a Polish Protoss player. Also is a streamer and a caster. Observes for Intel Extreme Masters Katowice, I believe, as well. So you guys might have seen some of his work before, without even really knowing it. That's cool. Alright, let's get into it. Zealots, right? That's going to be the thing that we're doing here. We'll open up with 2 gateways, I think. Get 3 first Stalkers out. Let's just, you know what? Let's really try our best to limit our Stalker intake here. And the best way to do that might actually be... This is a terrible wall, first of all. Playing a single gas type of build order. Okay. Maybe putting on some pressure. I kind of liked how that worked last game. So a single gas, fast nexus type of build order. I didn't wall on the low ground. Not on purpose, but because I just didn't think of walling there. He most likely is going to... Oh, he's playing 1 gas. Or 1 gate expand. Why isn't he at my thing yet? He's kind of pissing me off here. Not going to lie about it. He must know that I wanted the 1 gate. He must have checked upstairs and I just didn't see it or something like that. We can actually just walk away for now. We don't have a 2nd gas yet. I'm completely down with that. So he might steal my gas. That would be good for us, bad for him. I actually care about losing the gas if I have this expo. I mean, what you gonna do about it, buddy? I'll probably won't even need to build. Oh, he's gonna build a nexus himself right now. I don't think I'll actually need to build a 2nd gas ever. As long as he doesn't get air units, I think this is all completely fine to me. It really is. We just need to rush out charge really, really quick. Like, just ASAP. It would be really sick if today we could get around without building a single anti-air unit as well. That actually is the dream. Just gonna keep scouting to make sure that there's no Stargate. Like, if he gets a Stargate quickly, there's just honestly nothing I can do. I'll have to build some Stalkers to stop the Stargate unit, you know? But if he doesn't, then... I mean, there really is a possibility. There is the possibility that with pure Zealot it's going to be possible. He builds a 3rd pylon up here. You have quite nice saturation already, I have to say. This is the beauty of these builds, by the way. People don't think about this enough, but these 1 gas builds, like, they get you such quick... Like, not only do they save you 70 minerals, which is nice, but obviously it wouldn't be the end of the world to pay 70 minerals. But I think the main thing that I really care about is the fact that the saturation on the natural is so ridiculously fast. So if you get away with one of these fast expos, it just feels like your eco is just flying, you know? It's actually crazy. Just get that fast saturation on that net. So I'm even gonna pull 1 more worker down there. I can't really see in the nearby future me needing any real gas units except for, or any real gas anything except for a robotics facility perhaps. So we're proxying this gateway right now. We're building our 4 Zealot. We will get a robo, okay? Because eventually I just know I'm going to require a prism. That's just a fact. It's not an opinion. That's a fact. Well, it's an opinion, but it's an opinion backed by science. My science. Tested it in the lab. Let's just scout with this thing. It sucks that he has a wall though, huh? It's actually kind of painful for me. Well, this scout also is kind of painful for me. Because now he's going to figure out exactly what's going on. Yeah, he's just going to full wall this out. Yeah, it looks bad, but still, it's going to be pretty possible for me to play. For two reasons. Oh, is that a Phoenix? If that's a real Phoenix, I'm in trouble. But less in trouble than I probably should be. It's warping in a depth. Let's just... Yeah, he's walled in. Let's double expand. You know, that's what we'll do. We'll get a forge as well. And is double expand here the way? I mean, he invested a fair amount into this wall. He invested a bunch in units that are going to be largely useless. I want an observer before I get my prison, I think. Is definitely the correct call here. We'll go into a bit of a tiny wall ourselves here. Now, the reason for this is because his movement with everything is just... It's scaring me a little bit. So I actually want to get a Zealot in the wall. And this Zealot is more so for stopping DTs than anything else. You know, it wins me a little bit of time if we position it properly. Like, I can build a Cybercore behind this if I want a wall. That's huge, huge, huge stuff. We're just going to saturate this base as well. Nice and fast, nice and fast, nice and quick. Want a second forge again as well, of course. These upgrades, they really... they do work. I mean, it's single gas. Like I said, like the saturation on these outside bases, if you're not taking any gases, is just so fast. You also need very little probes for maximum saturation, is what I was gonna say. Well, I actually am going to build some stalkers in that case. I think I'm allowed to. This is on purpose that I didn't try saving it. Oh, he killed my Cybercore? Why can't I... Oh, I'm supply blocked. I was like, why can't I do anything? I'm just gonna build the units to defend. And I think it's fair. Like, there's actually no way otherwise you can win. So, I think that's absolutely fair. But for offense, I will mainly use Zealots. Or, well, exclusively use Zealots, actually. We're gonna win the game by just building Zealots. That's the plan here. We're gonna need some extra gases, though. Hoppa, that's one. And we really don't want more than enough to just hold, you know? And right now we're holding. So I'm not gonna get any more. Just gonna continue with my Zealots. Now the beauty of this is I can get a fort base, can get everything going nice and smooth. Oh, is that a base you're trying to build over here, buddy? Is that a... it's not great. Couple more Zealots being warped in. He still has double Stargate. But he's also getting he's getting Archons, huh? I mean, my upgrades are going to be absolutely vital here. Because without upgrades, there's no way we're going to be winning. He's moving out as well. Or at least I don't see him anymore in this base. So he must be somewhere on the map. He has one Archon currently. Yeah, I feel like he's investing too much into infrastructure and not really using that infrastructure. Well, I am investing into infrastructure that I'm definitely going to be using. I'm getting gateways, pylons. This gas actually is going to be pretty useless at this point. So I can just pull out. I mean, I'm not planning on building any more stalkers. 3 stalkers against two void rays seems to be enough for me. And right now, all I really care about is getting a good surround on this army. As long as I get that... I think I will be fine. So we'll send this around. Well, actually, oh, wait, I can't allow him to get into a. Allow him to get into anything else. So these stalkers will just attack the void rays, nothing else, and the zealots will take care of hopefully everything else. Stalkers, like I said, just for defending. Ooh, this is a pretty close fight here. Archons are obviously putting in some heavy work, some big work. They're doing the large part of the heavy lifting. We can return a little bit though. We don't want him to get back too much of his HP on these Archons. You see they're really quite low. That's obviously useful. So we're just gonna attack these Archons. Just target them down a little bit. We have another big warp in, and I think this should be it. Pure Zealot, if they're split, even against large Archon numbers, can definitely work. GG gets scalped and we win another game. I did end up building 4 Stalkers, I believe. Let me see. Well, I can see, yeah. I have 3 alive and I think I lost 1. It was against 3 Void Rays. I really think that is the minimum amount that I could have built in order and still win. Otherwise, the Void Rays just would have killed me. The Nexus kind of as a decoy Nexus in a way. I like that as well, so... Yeah, that was good. That was very good even. So we gain 10 points, we take 10 from Indy, and we'll head into one more game. Solid stuff here as we're playing against the Zerg once again. And we're playing on Pride of Altaris. Now this map has a special feature in the gold base. I think we might just use that special feature a little bit. Just a tiny tad. We'll open the same way that we opened up in the first game. Or I can start with a Nexus first. No, we'll open the same way as in the first game. So we'll do a late scout, maybe even no scout. Just kind of go late with everything. I wouldn't mind that even. You know what? Let's do that. We just do a no scout. I don't chrono boost this either, and I'll get a 17 Nexus. This is a tricky build order. Okay, we'll go for 17 Nexus. Then we'll chrono out what? An 18, 19 Zealot, fast pylon, gas, cybercore. I can already kind of see this take shape in my the tiny brain of mine. Perfect for visualizing. A lot of empty space up in that skull. Get the Nexus down and immediately just continue worker production. Usually you wouldn't. You're kind of waiting for that gas to go down. You want that cybercore fast as well. But here we can. You know, I don't even need to be here technically. But I am. And I am what I am. You know, I can change that. Pylon goes down. I actually need to scout with this. I will scout with it. We'll get the Zealot out. Immediately. No, we'll keep it at home. Okay, I'm very indecisive, honestly. Just really indecisive. Do I need to cancel this? I think I do. Yeah. Crappers. Well, it is what it is. We'll keep the first 2 at home. And then we get this one. We'll scout with a worker. And I really want to try getting a battery up at my opponent's natural as well. I think that might be useful. I really do believe that might be useful. 3rd. And now we can see why not chronoing that Nexus initially was cool. Just get a 3rd crow. He sees everything. We just start moving out. And we're once again... Are we going to play off of 1 gas? I think we might just... Yeah, we might just... Might just play off that 1 gas at least for a little bit. Doesn't have a 3rd base, what? That's weird. That's fair. Maybe it's the gold as the first. Oh, he definitely has the gold as the first base. I wonder if we can actually do something here at this gold base. So we're just gonna build a bunch of batteries right now at this gold base. Now that's kind of cool. No, I can't really lose that. I can't afford to lose this. I lost it. Well, there goes my entire plan. That's fine. Often the backup plan is better than the original plan. Except I don't really have a backup plan yet either. So if there's nothing there, it can't be better either. But perhaps even the... Oh god, my control has been extremely poor. He should have continued surrounding, I think. Let's go into a Twilight Council. We have 2 Zealots here. I'm just gonna move them across the map. I really do want to recall at some point, but... I don't know, it seems like a tough task. I'm also struggling to imagine... how I'm going to ever get to that base of mine, huh? I hope I can get into this area. This area would be kind of gold for me. Yeah. Once again, this allows me just to keep these 2 bad boys over here. I wonder if I can actually... Oh. It's not going to be a great trade for him though, so at least my Zealots will die peacefully knowing that. Killed like 3-4 with each of these Zealots. Yeah, it's not a great start for me though. It really isn't a great start for me. The worst thing here as well is just that I can't even afford to get a 3rd base. Well, I can afford it. I just simply can't defend it. I'm gonna try to get this as a... Yeah. Now this is tricky. This is very tricky. I should have taken a slightly faster 2nd gas. But now that we don't have it, maybe it's best if I don't. Or I just continue not having the 2nd gas. Woo! Could only last for so long, of course. At some point he would get it. Now, we don't have a very large count in Zealots. But what we can do is we can kind of fake him by going into his natural with 4 Zealots. And in these 4, go towards the very far other side of wherever he is. What is this? This guy really just likes walking. He's a hiker, you know? It's part of the running and track team or whatever you call that. God. Okay, so this is cool. He's going to panic. Like, oh no! I have no units in my natural. Aha. That's incorrect. Incorrect. You had no units in your natural. So I killed some workers here. Not a whole lot, but I think enough to make me... Oh my god, he's already starting to attack me or what? I wouldn't like being attacked right now by a bunch of roaches, let me tell you that much. Not really ready for that yet. I'm just not ready. But all the other Protosses already went way further. I know. I'm really not ready for this. I don't think I can do this. I can't lose that battery, that's for sure. Maybe with a super battery? The super battery, it has some powers, my friend. It has powers ascribed to it that very little other things in life have. I feel like their superpowers might just not be enough at this point, though. I'm gonna send this bad boy across the map. The regular battery is also putting in some work, that's for sure. Probes, maybe. Of course, also a melee unit that can fight. It's not a great fighter, but I never said we needed great fighters. We just needed fighters in general. It's gonna be a rough one. Maybe if we... Like, I don't actually know what his... what his worker count is, but it seems slightly too high. What if we just go for a base trady type of move here, huh? Get a cannon in the natural. Start full walling or something like that. Oh, he's actually gonna continue hitting or what? Not quite what I was looking for, but we're still gonna obviously continue trying. Let's just kill this roach first. Didn't work. There's no workers here. He must be completely broke as well. Well, not... he just too much. I have 33 supply. 96 workers. Oh, he actually had a very low work count. 96 supply left. But I think if I would have given up my third base a bit faster and gone for a quicker base trade, we had some potential. He only was on 35 workers, which I didn't quite understand. If I get 1 cannon and battery in the natural, I kill like 10 workers on the other side. There might be some potential here. There really might be. It's crazy, by the way, to me, that he sees the fact that I open up with just purely a Twilight, and he doesn't think of DTs at all. Like, no Spore at a single base. Look, I'm not here to judge any other man's build order, because I opened with a single gas and 4 Zealots out of a gateway. But, you know, a Spore against someone that opens a Twilight, I think is not a luxury. It's not a luxury. But I guess it is what it is these days. It's these kids, they just don't respect my Dark Templar anymore. 33 points out of pocket. Go to him. And I think that will just be it for today's episode. I hope you all had a great time. So I hit the wrong button. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and that stuff. But also leave a suggestion down below to tell me what you would like. And I'm kind of going back into these like single unit type of comps, you know, that type of stuff. I'm liking that more so than just purely handicapping myself. It's some very obscure reference to something, just like some nice regular 1 unit comp or couple of unit comp is what we want. I spoke so long that the animation stopped. Well, that's life. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.